Alright, hey guys, I'm back again. I have a story time. I hope you guys are gonna like this one because, you guys might like it, but when it happened to me at the time, I didn't quite enjoy myself. So, let's just get started with the video. Alright, so I used to work at a popcorn store in the mall in my area. I'm from Pittsburgh, so I walked into work thinking it was going to be a normal day. It wasn't. This was the worst day of my life. This is the reason I quit that job. I was at that job for almost a year. My best friend worked at that job. I was living the life. If I got to see my friend every day, I was set. And I got 30-minute breaks, even though I only worked like 4 hours. I got tips at that job too. That job was good, okay? So I was working at this popcorn store at the mall. And I'm just going about my business. You know, when you work at this popcorn store, I was working with one other girl at the time. One girl at the time. I'm not going to say her name. You pretty much have to do everything. Like, you have to, make the popcorn when the customer orders it. Like, say the other girl was in the back. I think she was in the back at the time. And her mom had come to the mall to visit her. So she was in the back. I think she was drizzling because we have so many different types of popcorn. Some of them have chocolate drizzle over it. So she was in the back drizzling, I think. And so if you work at this job, like, you're the cashier, you're making the popcorn, you're cleaning up, you're taking in orders, you're dealing with the customers while you're popping popcorn, multitasking. You have to be able to do a lot of stuff. So I was up front. I think the girl had come up front too because her mom had, I think, come to drop something off for her. So we're up front, normal day, not. A customer comes in, I get her popcorn for, hello ma'am, how are you? Oh, I am good. Can I have some popcorn? Well, yes, you can. Okay. I give her, I didn't even get to hand her the bag, you guys. I didn't even get to hand her the bag before all of a sudden we just hear, and I'm like, oh, my dumbass. Oh, construction. I didn't know they were doing construction today. And then the customer, her face, all of a sudden, it was like pandemonium. Oh my God. I thought it was construction for like a second, but then I realized what it really was. When I saw people just start running, everybody was just running. My store was, we're at the bottom level, and then right next to it, because we had glass, so we could see out. There was like a play area, for the kids. So all of a sudden you just see parents picking up their kids and running, and I'm just like, what the hell? And the customer was like, that was gunshots. Oh my God, that was gunshots. I was like, what do you, I'm just like, this cannot be. This is a mall. This is an area with children, babies, toddlers, preschoolers. This cannot be gunshots. I have never heard gunshots in my life. I like to say that I live in a good area of Pittsburgh. We have a lot of our bad areas, but we have our good areas, and I feel like I live in a good area, and the mall that I was working at is a really good area, So the mall wasn't in the area I live, but it would only take me like not even 10 minutes to get there, So all of a sudden we just hear pop, 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 and everybody just starts running, and she's like, that was gunshots, that was gunshots. I'm like, I just go like full-blown panic attack. Just started having a panic attack. I'm just like, my heart just immediately just starts like pumping out of my chest. I was like ready to cry. Oh my God. Some people were so terrified that they just hid under the play sets, in the play area. And Like, I grabbed the customer because she was behind the counter, you know. I tell her, come around the counter, come around the counter. You come to the back with us. And we don't have doors to lock up the store. We just have, you know, the standard thing if you work at the mall, like a gate. You have a gate. So we had a gate, and my friend's mom comes running in the store because, you know, she, you know, wants to be near her daughter. And we just run to the back. But then all of a sudden, girl looks at me like, we gotta close the gate. And I was just like, huh, what? Huh? I'm sorry. I did not hear what you said. She said, you need to go close the gate. I said, are you fucking kidding me? I'm not closing the fucking gate. Like, my keys were all the way in the back. Like, our store was, you know, it was not width big, but lengthwise going back, it was like one part, then a second part, another part, and I think we had 3 parts. Let me think. And we just had 3, so it was like 3 rooms because they had added a wall. And you know, looking at, she's telling me go lock the gate. I'm sorry, honey. Huh? What? No, I'm not locking a gate. I just heard gunshots. So the behind the play area is like a double-decker Macy's. So the gunshots came from the bottom part of the Macy's, which was the men's area. Um, and I'm still like panicking, like having this panic attack. My hands are just like shaking, sweating. I'm calling my father, you know. I don't know why, but every time something crazy happens, I just immediately call my dad. I did try to call 911 first, but I guess so many people were calling 911 that the lines were just filled. They were receiving a high volume of calls. So my sister's a 911 dispatcher, so she said she was dispatching people at the time. So I couldn't get through. Also, since we were in the back area, there was horrible reception, so it would just cut me off. At points I couldn't even make phone calls. My dad was like, go in the back room, hide. um I think he was being calm just because I wasn't being calm. I was just crying. I was so scared. I'm like, dad, they're shooting, When he said, what do you mean they're shooting? Who's shooting? What are they shooting? I said, they're shooting guns. At the time we thought it was multiple people shooting. So I'm like, they're shooting guns. And he's just like, go hide in the back, da da da. Call the police, and, you know, call your mom. Tell her to come get you. You know, I wasn't supposed to be done. Our mall closes at 9. I wasn't supposed to be done till close. And I think this happened around 7 or 8, close to 8 o'clock. Normally when we close the store, you know, we have to clean the whole entire store. So we like to start cleaning like an hour early because it takes that long to clean the store. So eventually, you know, the girl I was working with, she goes up, she closes the gate, she pulls the gate down and locks it, you know, with her key, because I was just too terrified to even go near that gate. I just couldn't go near the gate. I was so scared. I'm crying. I called my mom. She's like, what's going on? I said, Mom, they're shooting guns. What? I don't know what to do. She was like, I'm coming to get you. You know, stay where you are. I'm coming to get you. Usually she would pick me up on the Macy's side of the mall, but, you know, obviously they're not going to let anybody out on that side because that's where the shooting is. And she said, should I come on the Macy's side? I said, no, do not come on the Macy's side. On the other side is the JCPenney. So I said, go wait for me on the JCPenney side. She's like, okay. And then I call my niece because my niece is older than me, but I also have a younger niece and I have a younger nephew. So I call her just to make sure. I said, hey, my sister picked up the phone. Her mom picked up the phone, and she's like, what's going on? I said, they're shooting guns. I don't know what to do. I'm panicking, just in this panic attack. I'm crying, and I'm just like, they're shooting guns. I'm scared. And she's like, well, go hide in the back, And then Alex gets on the phone. She's like, calm, trying to keep me calm, but I just can't be calm because I've never been in a shooting in my life, you guys. Oh my God. So she's like, I'm gonna make sure, you know, Nanny, that's what she calls my mom, Nanny, doesn't come pick you up on the wrong side. She's just like talking to me, really trying to keep me calm because, you know, she's really good at that. She's grown up with me, so she knows how to calm me down, I guess, when I get like that. And she's like, just calm down, calm down. I was so scared. Um, well, we were kind of the last ones to get out for some reason. They were evacuating the mall, and I guess they kind of forgot we were in there. You didn't evacuate us, sir. I'm still stuck in here. Where's the shooter? Did you get him? I don't think so. Like, all we saw was police officers lined up in front of the Macy's with these huge rifles, these huge guns just pointed at the Macy's. They were just pointing at the Macy's, and they're pointing at the top levels too, like just in case somebody's up there. And then I finally get a hold of oh my God, you guys, oh my God. So we were in the back of the store. We have a door in the back of the store, you know, for exiting, you know. All of a sudden we hear, like, it's me, the customer, the girl that I was working with, and her mom. And then all of a sudden we just hear jiggling on the door handle in the back. Jiggle, 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 jiggle. And I'm just like, we're all freaking out like, what the fuck is that? Who the fuck is trying to get in this store? No, not trying to die today. I don't know who that is. We are leaving. So I get on the phone with the police again. Finally, I got through, and I'm just like, hi, I'm in the popcorn store in the mall, and I was just wondering, do you guys know if you have officers like checking back entrances of stores? And she was like, no, we don't have officers checking back entrances. And I was just like, okay, because we're in this popcorn store, we're still in here, and somebody is in the back of the stores, you know, jiggling handles, and we just want to know if cops are back there. She's like, no, stay right there, I'm getting somebody to get you guys out. So finally, like, I think 4 or 5 cops came over, and they had to unlock the gate. They had these huge rifles. Oh my God, I have never seen rifles that big in my life. Like, freaking, I don't know guns, so I have no idea what kind of guns they were. But, first of all, they lied to us. They told, let me tell you what they said. I said, is it safe to come out? And they said, oh yeah. Yeah, you guys are fine, you know. We caught that guy already. We already caught the guy. You're safe. He's not in here anymore. Okay. But then I should have picked up on this. But then they were like, yeah, he's not in here, but when you guys come out, you know, we're going to have an officer escort you guys, but run that way. And we're like, run? And they're like, yeah, run. And I'm just thinking like, okay, run. So we start running, you know, towards the J.C. side, and we finally get out. We hug goodbye, you know, to the customer. I said goodbye to her. Hugged the girl I was working with. You know, that's when I was like, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna quit. I'm going to quit. I called my friend who also works there, because at the time she was out of state, you know, in college. She was just working summers at the popcorn place, and I call her and I'm like, you need to quit. You need to quit. And she's like, why? And I tell her they're shooting guns, blah, 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 blah. This is not safe. This mall is not safe anymore. And she's like, okay, I don't know if I can quit. And I was like, quit. You will find another job. Trust me. You can find somewhere better. You know, most of us didn't want to quit just because of the tips, you know. We was getting minimum wage, but we was getting them tips, honey, every time we worked. So we was getting them tips. So we didn't want to quit. So I come out, you know, my hands are still shaking. I'm still panicking because I'm like, where is this person at? Where is this person at? Even though they said they caught him, I just totally disregarded it. I'm like, where is the person? He's going to come. He's going to shoot me. And I'm walking around, you know, all of a sudden I see the news. I'm like, oh, the news is here. And I see, it's like, I've never seen this before, but they had like a truck, kind of like a Ford looking, but it was police. But then I figured out what it was for was because the back of the truck was so, you know, big. They had so much space back there. That's where they would keep all their guns. So I saw all of these guns. They was just pulling out these big ass rifles, and I'm just like, oh my God. And my mom is nowhere in sight, but she said she was here. She's like, I'm here, I'm waiting for you. I'm like, where? You're not here? So I call my niece, and I'm like, I can't find my mom. I can't find her. She's not here. I'm scared. And she's just like, just wait. And then all of a sudden, my niece was like, okay, I'm going to call her, see where she's at. So she called her, and then she called me back, and she's like, she went to the Macy's side. I was like, Why? I told her, don't go to the Macy's side. They're not going to let us out on that side to go to the JCPenney side. So I'm like, Mom, where are you? She's like, I went to the Macy's side. That's where I always pick you up. I was like, I told her, don't go to the Macy's side because that's where they're shooting at. Go to the JCPenney side. So she picks me up at the JCPenney side. Long story short, I go home. You know, I visit my sister first because she needed to see me. I wanted to see her. She wanted to make sure I was safe. And then after that, I just texted my manager. I'm sorry. I don't feel safe anymore. I'm going to have to quit. She was like, okay, can you just work the rest of the week? I'm like, fine. Work the rest of the week. That was my last week there. I quit. So that was my story time about how I was in a shooting. Found out later on that they didn't even really catch the guy. They lied to us just so we would be a little less scared, which I wasn't. They didn't even catch the guy till the next morning. So who knows where his ass was lurking at up in that mall. Yeah, he was a 17-year-old boy. He ended up shooting 3 people. He was after one guy, and apparently there was a couple, a husband and a wife, in his way. So he shot the husband. I don't know how many times he shot. I only heard 3 shots, but I don't remember how many times he really shot. Shot the husband. Husband was in critical condition for a few months. Shot the wife. The wife was able to get out earlier, but her husband was in critical condition. Shot the guy who he intended to shoot. He was in critical condition for a little bit. I don't remember if he died or not. He was 17-year-old, dumbass. You know, you put children's life in danger. Idiot. But that's the time I was at a shooting. I didn't go back to that mall for I don't even know how long. And if I did, I was just so scared to go into Macy's, even though it will probably never happen again. I didn't want to go to Macy's. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this story time video about how I was in a shooting. And I hope it never happens again. But look forward to another story time because your girl will be back. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.